Hello. How's it going? Today I'm going to be doing something new. I'm going to be doing my Blender homework from Pixel Tuner. I need to understand sculpting. So I've been a little anxious about this because I don't know if I remember all of the steps. I'm trying to think of like what could I even sculpt using these steps and try to understand the stuff, you know, get a handle on it. And I don't really know for sure, but I thought like maybe some baby Digimon would be a good, you know, bit of practice. A lot of rounded shapes that I can start with. I kind of build off into something attainable. I think. I don't know. The goal that I have is picking some baby Digimon. Well, I picked out a list and I'm going to go through it a little bit more. But the goal is to find something that's attainable in difficulty, but still provides enough challenge that will force me to repeat and then understand the tools. So I'm not going for like the perfectly rounded baby Digimon because I would be done in like 5 minutes, right? Like this one, I feel like, yeah, as a start could be, you know, a good starting point, but I'm gonna put him at the bottom. I'm not sure about this one. There's a few more extrusions I could mess with here. That could be a start. I like the feet. I don't know how, I don't know what this, it looks like a mane, but it's a feathered, yeah, I don't know. It's Digimon. You just kind of have to accept it and move on. Hi, Zergling. Hi, Lethal Jelly Bean. How's it going? I am picking out a baby Digimon for sculpting. I want to try to get sculpting figured out. That's my homework. Maybe Tuesday, 3 days to Friday. Like, yeah, that's the spirit. This one might be a bit sculptier, or like, I like the amount of flat surfaces that I would have to figure out and like cut into the shape to get that kind of hollow eye. So that might be a fun one to start with. I'm gonna put you near the top. This one I just like in general. I really like this one. I like Kiwimon. Not a huge character in the series that I remember. I'm mostly like into Digimon season 1 and 2, but I'm coming back because I'm playing Storytime Stranger, so I'm really motivated to do Digimon right now. The leaves might give me some trouble. Everything else seems pretty doable. I don't know what else we got. That one's too easy. That one's gonna be too easy. Probably same here. It's cute. It's definitely in my style. Like, I love the pinks and greens and friend shapes. I'm thinking about that one. I think it'd be fun, but I think it'd be too easy. Like this one, you have joints to account for. Like this one has a knee joint into the foot joint. I feel like that's going to give me more practice. This one has no joints. This one's jointy. I feel like that would be some amount of challenge. I don't know. I'm open to like votes. I don't know how to do that yet, but there's not really enough people in here to vote anyway. This one's my favorite. This is one of my favorites. But I don't know that it would make for good practice. I think we're down to this one or this one. Not you. This one or this one. These four. Nobody's going to recognize that this one's a Digimon, I think. I'm going to go ahead and remove it. It's a very cute Digimon. It's just not one of like the classic cast. So maybe we'll stick to more of the classic cast. And if that's the case, that kind of just narrows us down to Chibimon. He's like the season 2 leader. Okay, I'll do Chibimon. This is our guy. That's the one I'm sticking to. Hiya, Jojo. How's it going? We're gonna model some Digimon. Once I figure out how. Or we're gonna try to sculpt. We're sculpting today. Let me try to save this. Can I just grab this image? I'm gonna do this over here. Y'all don't need to see this part. Probably just to the desktop here. And I'll shrink that out. Can I get this? Well, let me go ahead and jump into a new sculpting scene. Don't save any of that. Ta-da! Get out of sculpt mode though for a second. Thank you. Let's see. A reference image from the desktop. A little Chibimon. Oh, that's big. B, not so big. And B also... What? Are we not totally... What? Okay. Why are you imported at all these weird angles? Stop that. There. So when I'm sculpting from the front, I know what I'm looking at. I'd also get away from the model for a little bit. Don't want to get too... He was once Digimon, now he is Ball. Sort of. Kinda, sorta. How do I do this? Okay. Can I mirror sculpt? No, I really need to be in sculpting and use the mirror up here. I believe. Correct? Yes. Cool. Now there was something about Dentopo that I need to keep in mind. And I just gotta remember where to find that. I think it's here. Is it? No? Okay. Well. Where do I find that? See, I've forgotten everything. And it's only been Friday. This is why I was anxious. I would think it would be in here. No, not you. Let me look this up. I can tell I'm going to have a wonderful time with this. Oh my goodness, this how to sculpt a pumpkin video is just half of it is ad. Half of this is an ad. Why? Okay, back to it. They're still not showing me where the Dintopo thing is. Can I just search it? Of course not. Why would it ever be that easy? Okay, good deal. There you are. So even though it has to do with the object you're working on, it's the tool you're working with. So we're gonna go to tool to find it. Okay. Image topology alters the mesh topology while sculpting. Which I guess is what we want. Should be data detected, not preserve colors. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to worry about there. How come that's worse when I use it? You would think that this is what you want, right? And then you turn Dintopo on. I guess like 20 is what you want? No. 5? That seems close to what was there. I'm really not sure what the point of Dintopo is. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do more research on that. But for now, let's try to get the ears out. And maybe I can do that with just this. Like, grab somewhere and just start pulling. I don't really like the strength of that. Can I have like more grab range? Like grab more at a time? Kinda like that, I guess. But I don't like the strength of that either. Gotta still be kind of narrow. So, what do I want? Less strength? No. More? Kinda? This is weird. This is very weird. Okay. And no. Do I need to decrease the radius as I go? Oh, this is messy. Let's try this again. Maybe it adds as it goes. Couldn't tell you. Okay. I can't really tell it the direction I want it to go in either. There's just so little control in this. Hi, Amos. Welcome to the struggle train. I don't know what I'm doing. Nope. You just kind of grab the whole thing for me. It's just getting narrower and narrower. How do I build you out? There. Blob? Kind of, sort of. Maybe. It's sort of doing it. Hold on. Oh man. This is supposed to all be going outwards anyway. Should probably backstep a whole lot. Maybe I can just grab the whole thingy and push. Clay strips is your favorite for building up? Hold on. Not like that. There's gotta be a way. Okay, that's a bit more edge to it. It's a bit nice, I guess. Oh, this is just getting messier and messier though, on the whole. I just feel like deleting and starting over. Nope. Then topo and smooth. And smooth. Okay. Getting back in the ballpark of something. Some kind of something. Get rid of that bump. Ah, go away. Whatever. I'll leave it. Fixes the polys overlapping. Okay. Yoink. Maybe that way-ish. This feels like a real trust the process method of doing things, which is not something I'm used to. Oof. But thank you, Moss. That saved me a bunch. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I just have trust issues. Sculpting and stuff. Yep. That would be why I have not touched it. Or like I tried to touch it once or twice and I was like very quickly like, I am not ready for whatever this is. I also started with the hardest part to sculpt. I kind of thought the joints would be the hardest thing, the feet, but I'm sure I'll get there and have also agony when I get to that part as well. Or is it just the head in general, starting with the head? Just try to lean it out, but then also in, and also up. And then also outward. Like, I don't know. This needs to be thicker all around, I think. It's a really cool method where you start with just doing hard modeling with shapes and you topologize it all and sculpt from that. That sounds so much better. I want to do that. I don't know if Pixel Tuner is going to show up and then be like, no. or if I'm allowed. Because our in-class thing was a pumpkin And Pumpkin is admittedly easier, I think, to just start from finish in sculpt mode. It made sense why I chose that project. Hmm. I'm so tempted to just do that though. Because this guy's gonna fight me. Because I don't like this. I don't like how smooth it is. Coming around here. It needs to, you know, angle up and in, right? I guess crease could... Crease... Sharper? Oh, not like that. I picked a hard model to sculpt. Oh no! I thought he's so round though. Of the contenders, I thought he'd be the easy one. Like, he was up against some other... Oh, maybe that'd be easier. Just layer that over the top, or extrude it or something, and then pull the leaves out and around, right? It's too late. I'm invested. I've picked this one. I'm sticking to it. I like the ones that are rough, so the imperfections add to it. Yeah, like Kiwimon, I guess, is kind of has some fur things going on. I'm gonna just name this one Happy Accident and turn him off. And I'm gonna start with a low poly model, and then I'm just gonna do that. And if Pixel Tuner shows up and yells at me, then I'll start over again. I need to practice anyway. A round cube. Why is my caps lock on? Just to make it easier for me. That seems good. Oh. There we go. There. And a mirror. Easy peasy. So far, so good. Why do I still have my pen like I'm sculpting? I'm not sculpting. I'm not giving up. I'm just giving myself a better head start. What? Easy. Easy. Please. Thank you. Not as much. Probably like that. And maybe bring it in a little. About that much in length. And that far. And that low. And it kind of tapers off, right? Like, kind of sort of there. It starts too far back on the head, I'm realizing. I don't have a side profile to start from. Like, I guess it should be bigger, like this much. I'll try that. And lean it back, I guess, just a little bit. I wonder if I can just clean it up in the sculpt and not worry too much. Just try to get the primitive shapes in the right position. Like this. Oh goodness, what am I looking at? Sci-fi girl. Okay, so adding a shape in. And then doing that weird Catmull Clark thing that I don't really understand yet. Okay. Oh, that goes on for 4 hours. Okay, so add a shape in, sculpt it into place. Sky is a really cool method for using simple shapes and retopologizing when they're in the right position. It really feels like sculpting in clay. Oh, it's a live stream. Okay. Then when you have the model how you want, there's a tool to combine all the shapes into one mesh. Yeah, the remesh thing. I don't know if I picked that up the other day, did I? I don't know if I did. Oh, okay. Is that what I want to do? Try to do that Catmull Clark thing? I am at such a loss. It's in the base blender, though I think the way you're doing is okay. Really fun one to play around with. Yeah, I'm gonna try and fail to do it this way because sometimes I'm just gonna have to make the mistake to understand what I did wrong. I'm so tempted to just scrap it again and then do all of that and remesh it together. I don't know, man. You don't have to do the different parts on the same mesh. Helps to have them separate so you don't have to use masks. Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing the ears this way. I think they just need to be added in. And then we can sculpt out maybe the mouth part and the eyes, and then this part. Okay. And add, I don't know, cylinder? Not that kind of cylinder though. Nothing on the ends. And way less of that. Or I guess it could. No, we're gonna do it this way. Or X, I guess. And kind of outward. Whoa, what? No, other way. Y. Kills them like a lot more. No, not that edge loop, this one. Oh, it's gonna bring it outwards from itself. Guess that's okay for now. No, it just, here, apply. That's fine. And then add another mirror. So we have one on the other side. Get it some kind of close. Oh, it's so much better and easier to grab. Make sure that's good and sunk into the model. And another round cube, maybe. What in the? Oh, a proportionals one. How did I make a round cube? It's an add-on, I think, called More Shapes. Where is it? Extra mesh objects, I think. Or has it been my whole life? It is quite nice. It is the first thing I want to use every time is a round cube. Okay, maybe I should scale the whole top guy in here. Can I do that like proportionally? Is it gonna play nice? Nope. How about now? A little bit. Maybe GX, I guess, just to bring it in a little more. Okay. That makes me happy. And let's see. Do I want to do the tail the same way or do I want to just copy this guy? I'm gonna try to do this. Though he's not straight or anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna redo it. Fine. Scale it in, bring it down, over here. I feel like all I'm gonna do by the time I get this into sculpt mode is smooth it out, which makes me wonder why. I feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Oop, turn the proportional off for a second. So it kind of scales in on the way through. You're creating the geometry where you need it and you're gonna abuse it into play. Yeah. Okay. It's one big, this part I think is longer. It's supposed to go longer. Farther away from the body. And maybe this kind of is taking up more space on the butt. Got a jet. Alrighty, have a good one, Moss. Thanks for coming. Thanks for all the help. Okay, okay. Just pull that one a little further away. Maybe all of this can go a little higher. Up. Seems about right. And I'll just get another cylinder, I guess. Start doing the legs or arms. Okay. Alright. I could probably take all of this from here in and up. Kind of starts up near the head, right? It should be scaled out a little bit. Try to grid fill it and just pull that one point outward. Maybe I can smooth these. Really tempted to just have him be a non-rigged little guy and just have it all the way up here towards the front of him, like I'm used to seeing. Kind of like that. The arms don't come terribly far forward though. Kind of just wanted to extrude straight outward from itself. But I think I've kind of painted myself into a corner where I can't do that. That's fine. There we go. And I want to do like another round cube. Is it not that way? On the X, probably. That is way too much geometry for the scale it takes up, though. We'll add a new one. I just want, when this stuff gets remeshed, I want it to be done evenly. I don't want certain spots to have like a million faces and others to have half of that. I don't know if this will affect it or not, just in case. Okay, add a mirror, and let's jump in. And pull it into the model. Should happen a bit further back though, huh? Let me try to grab these by faces. And just wiggle them like on a curve inward, you know? Kind of bow it. We gotta move fast. We never know when Pixel Tuner's gonna show up. Okay. Okay, and jump in here, move it over there, pull it down there. I guess like that. E on Y, start scaling it into a foot. Not with that on. Forward, scale it in, pull it down. Try to round off the back of the foot. I guess I should pull it inwards a little bit. I'm just trying to get the primitive shapes. I really should not be fussing with it more than this, I think. But I'm in the ballpark. Maybe they should be further, like, more impactful, I guess. And on the whole, take up a bit more width there. Maybe this should come in further. Give these a fill. And maybe that's enough. Okay, we've got our form. Let's go ahead and save it. Okay. Let's move all of this into a different collection. And duplicate that. Was it Control J to join? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. Need to deal with those mirrors first. There. No duplicate anything's hanging around. That should help a little bit. Let me see what I should do next. So I'm trying to get this over into sculpting territory from here. And that's where I'm going to be a little lost. Which I guess that's one way of doing it. Not that. This. And then I guess we can jump into sculpt. Is it gonna kind of become sculptiable? Maybe, kinda, sorta. I hope. All I have is a foolish amount of ambition. No understanding. How do I get you two to blend? This is going to hinge on that, I think. So, smoothing maybe? Smooth it into the thing? Nope. It just kind of wants to smooth itself against itself. What does that mean? CPU and GPU subdivision. Place vertices. Surface? I don't know. I don't know what that means, but it worries me. I think the important thing is going to be getting these to actually be on the same mesh first before this starts. And that's what I don't know how to do. No, that's not it. There's some way. Let me check preferences to see if I actually installed that thing from the other day or not. Okay, so how do I use it? Is it like in here? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Oh, oh goodness. That's weird. Here, we're doing voxel art now again. No, we're not. We're not. How do I use QRemeshify anyway? What did I just do? Let me look it up. How does one do this? Oh, maybe it should be showing up over here and it just isn't? Rigify, grease pencil, edit, deep, paint. No, I don't see it. It's installed, but I don't see it. So what is it? Maybe there's a YouTube video. Yeah, it should just be showing up, but it's not. Is it not enabled? It says it's enabled. So what's the deal? I guess we can't use that if it doesn't work. Remeasure, that's good. Yeah, but it's not useful if it's not there. There you are. In object mode only, I guess? Oh, okay. Density. Less than 1 to preserve detail? Okay. I don't know, let's just try it. Okay, I guess it kind of did it. It's still internal geometry. Yeah. And that kind of isn't what we're after. Okay. Does it have a way to get rid of interior? Hiya, JB. Thanks. Still trying to figure out how to get this over into sculpting mode. I built this with primitives, which means it has internal stuff going on and that it won't truly join up. So what I'm trying to do is see if the QRemeshifier will actually join all this stuff up in a way that I can work with without interior geometry. What does Satsuma mean? I don't know what any of these words mean. Or that. None of these seem to be the thing. Which makes me wonder how to go about this. Yeah, none of these things make sense to me. I guess we want that. Let's try it again to see what happens. That's some weird geometry. It looks like doubled up. It is doubled up. Why is that? Was it the mirror that did that? Because in here, there's nothing to worry about. Oh, there is. Okay. How did you get past me? Let's unjoin this. That's probably going to be not good. Can I go that far back? You know what? I don't have to. I'm just going to grab both of this and get rid of it. And you don't have a mirror on. You do. And you. Yeah, we grabbed these. So far, so good. Okay. All of this should be safe to join up. So let's try again and see what happens. What in the world? I guess we redo it. Something happened that applied the mirror before we even got to this step. I don't think we even did anything to this, so I'm just going to delete one. Oh, is it? It was just a duplicate hanging out? Was that really? Yeah, I guess so. Well, that makes this easier. There. No more problems. Hopefully. And just one more save. Let's try it, I guess. Does that give us enough to work with? I guess. Still has all this interior stuff going on that I don't want, I think. Yeah, it does. Maybe there's some way to get it to blend anyway. Let's try it again, just to see. Nope. Maybe I just need to try this. No, it's not really gonna, it's not gonna fly. Do I want more density? Could try it. At the very least, let me give that hand a little bit more to work with. So that these probably wind up a little bit more even by the time they get remeshed. Oh, I guess I have to do this twice though. Or maybe I don't. Let's see. If it does this correctly, maybe I don't have to worry about it. Let's just try 1.5 for starters. Sweet, I did it. On its own. Okay. That might be the way to do that. But I think that there's another thing that I can do here that will help me get this stuff joined. Before I get to that point. So with all of this as it is, I maybe like Boolean, I guess. Like, I would think that that would be the way to do it. Okay, so we know what to do now, I think. We don't, but we're gonna try. To join all of this stuff up. And then we'll just correct it. With these rings. Hi again, Moss. At least where you left. Totally left. Okay. I'm checking now. Mm-hmm. Right, right. What? So, what? Okay. I thought all that thing did was add like a subdividing. Okay. So, the R key when in sculpting does the thing that we were floundering with. Pretty powerful, not perfect, but pretty good. Well, I mean, it is the one-click solution to the thing I've been trying to find. I think you have to join them all. Yeah, I'm going to in just a sec. Something I noticed a second ago is that some of these are too simple, that they're not getting the same treatment when they get split up. So I'm just adding some loops to see if that helps it along. Like that. I'm not bothering with this side. I don't know why I'm bothering with that side. I'm gonna delete it. Or. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it that way anyway. Did I not grab the tail? Just do it this way. Delete those faces. All of those faces. There. Mirror again. Nope. Not like that. J. And then mirror. Yeah. And then apply. All good to go. Fingers crossed. Save. Jump into sculpting. And press the magic button. Wait. I didn't do it right. Whoa. Press like enter. Ah, what's the button again? Tabs R. And Control R makes it go through? Okay. Yes. Yes, correct. Thanks, Mom. I'm just making sure that the thing I did was the right thing. Let's try there, and then Control R. Control R. Ta-da! Maybe I should smooth it more. Beautiful. Thanks. Shift R in the newer versions. Okay. We are getting there. There's some gnarly places, but we are getting there. Yes. Into Sculpting. Our handy dandy pin. And our Dintopo on. And I guess we just start smoothing. Maybe I should just do this with the mirror going. For sanity. Yep, I caught it too. Don't worry. Okay. I'm slowly starting to get it. Try not to over smooth everything here. I might want some of that sharpness in a minute. I don't know. Why am I talking like I know? There. We're getting towards friend-shaped. And you know, at least I'm not as intimidated now that kind of... I think that's the method with me. Like, you can tell me how to do a thing a million times until I clothesline myself on every single thing you could do wrong. Which is not great. I'm not, like, proud of that. Sometimes I can get it. Sometimes I really just have to actually put my hand on a hot stove to be like, oh, that's hot. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Need some of that edgy stuff. Not so edgy. And the smooth is not making new tries. If you turn on the mesh and the overlay, you can see what happens when you smooth. Ah, eh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not saved. Grid font access scale text statistics. No. It's like edges. Oh, here we are. Okay. Okay. Smooth is not making new tries. Which seems fine, I think, for now. We're not doing anything terribly additive at the moment. I think I'm just trying to get rid of some of the edginess. And then I can jump in and start cleaning up, like, ooh, whatever happened there. Try an additive tool like clay strips. Okay, where do I actually need to do some additivity thingies? I need to crease that neck, that's for sure. I guess we can do some... Whoa! Seems like a lot of addition. I don't know if I need all that addition. Right? Oh, goodness. Is that you doing that? Don't do that as much. Not more. Try 10. Is that better? So if it's zoom based? That's weird. Oh. Okay, so stay away from the canvas. Okay. I actually think I just want to tug at that spot a little bit. Just want to pull it outwards a little more. Smooth that. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Goodness. You can do some... Found the best sculpting tools. Clay strip, smooth, crease, and flatten. Can do so much with those. I feel like I need to be using... Not plateau. Where's flatten? There you are. I feel like this is going to be my friend for getting that, like it's rounded, but it's not, like, perfectly rounded. It's got a flatness to it, a little bit. That might be the trick to getting me there. Maybe kind of, sort of. I don't know if that did anything really visually. I mean, it's doing something. Looks like it's just adding stuff. I'm kind of afraid to turn it off because I feel like, knowing me, I'm gonna do something that adds like a million tries and like in the armpit of the thing, and then I'm going to apply it and have all this gnarly stuff in one clay. So I think this is like the guardrails that I'm willing to accept. This is my training wheels for right now. It is very like me to zoom in and out on a drawing, like a whole bunch. Enough to give a viewer whiplash, but I'm going to try to do that a little less now that I know that that is actually affecting the geometry. Ooh, see, like that? I didn't know crease actually added. Mm-hmm. I guess that's fair. Adding is helpful. See? I can just stay away from it. But I'm so tempted. Okay. And maybe smooth some of that out. I think the bottom of the feet need to be flatter. Where's that? There we go. That's quite additive. Let me get further away. I kind of thought it'd be more plateau-y, like it would pull the stuff that's on the edge of the brush stroke down with it. F and Shift F are super helpful for shape and strength. Okay. Shift F. Is that just like the brush scale that slides it up and down? Oh, let's see what's happening here. Oh, too much. And then you use your mouse to set it. Yeah, okay. That's fast. Strength, I guess. Keep it half and half. I might have to map that. I am a lefty, and I have to reach over in a weird way to get to that. Shift F while like mid-stroke. It is really cool that it's set up that way that you can just kind of use your mouse to slide it into what you want. I can see that being very like quick when I get going. You were talking about plateau. Flatten is like rubbing your thumb over rough clay. Okay. So I'm probably more after this. Does that kind of sharpen the edge of the feet a little bit? Looks like it does. Yeah, okay. Kind of, sort of. Not like super de-dupery. Plateaued, because I think that's probably my camera angle. That is. How did I do that? Nope, 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 nope. How did you cast through like that? Don't do that. Be smaller. I think. Try to draw around like that. See what that does. Simultaneously yes and no. Yes, but not like that. Is it not axis locking? Could use grab to pull it down. Yeah, but it's like it's reminding me of the terrain tools from my last job, the plateau, but it's not. If I can't lock the axis of it, it won't act like that perfectly. I don't think I can. Maybe through here? Normal radius? Oh. Perhaps. Perhaps. That might be part of it. Let me try that for a second. Nope. There. I want them feetsies flat on the groundsies. Hey, there we go. Kinda. Not perfect, but you know, it's grabbing the normal of one of the faces, which is probably a bit bent, but it is in the ballpark of where I want, and such that like if I finish the sculpt and I apply it back down or retopologize or whatever the thing is that comes next, I can just grab the faces at the bottom like SZ0 and it'll be fine. That's all I was curious about. Oh, now I know where that is. Thanks, Jojo. Thanks, Mos. I am appreciating all of the help. A whole bunch. Let me try to soft out that stuff. Maybe like crease it back in. Ooh. Zoom. I think I need to just cut that away somehow. Snip, 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 snip. Snip, snip, snip. Gnarly little triangles hanging out. Get out of there. It's a bit better, I guess. Stop zooming in. So I'm on this topology gore subreddit, and I always wonder how they get things into the state that they get them into, and now I'm understanding how things get into that state. It all makes sense now. I feel like I'm softening way too strong. Just kind of want the average over more of an area. Why is that dot hanging way out over there? So like my mouse is over here, there's a red dot hanging out on the hand. That's weird. It's like a super offset. What is that about? Who knows? Doesn't affect anything. Seemingly. It's my mirrored stroke. Oh, it's where it is on the other side. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, nope. I guess I'm just gonna have to accept that that's gotta happen. A little bit. What was the homework for this week? Sculpt a thing, and then I think retopologize a thing. Not make a Digimon. Not make a Digimon. I am just foolishly ambitious. I don't think the kind of object matters as much as showing, like, demonstrating the method. I think. What are other people doing a wolf? I only saw Yares and they were doing a capybara. Where did that come from? How did you get there? See? This is... Can I, like, undo that? Means of geometry. Collapsing shortages? I also love capybara. A whole bunch. Like little capybara keychains. And a little phone case is capybara. They have a few here at the Biodome in Montreal. They're very cute to go and see. Voxel capybara? I did a voxel capybara. Back in the day. I don't know if I can get to it from here. Yeah, I think I can. Hold on. Go over to Happy Bang. Where is it? Capybara. Ta-da! There you go. Voxel Capybara. From the before times. Just chilling. It moves. Yeah, you can animate on Topic Bang's voxel object editor is also an animator. Where am I at? I should probably clean up the feet joint a little bit more. Creasier, maybe? Messy, messy, messy. I'm gonna have to, like, it's laying against the body, but it needs to not be, like, in the body. I feel like that's going to be a problem to solve later. I'm not really sure how. Maybe that was not an excellent choice of me to not, I don't know, T-pose it a little bit more. I guess this comes way forward. Way more like there-ish. That kneecap is kneecapping way more than I have it over here. And maybe a little higher as well. And try to smooth that back out. Just a little bit. I think the wireframe is actually starting to blind me a little bit. But I'm gonna leave it on a little bit for now. Well, now that I know I can actually remove some of that density with a brush stroke, I'm just gonna turn it off. And back to flying blind. Now his head gets like squashied and stretchied. It's wide, right? Right click that button to turn off the wireframe and add it to quick favorites. Oh. This, where? Is that, this copy's data path. Oh, this, yeah, okay. Shift Alt Z. Neato. If you right click anything, you can add it to quick favorites. Okay. Shift Alt C. Oh, but I want my reference. No, get back here. You know. Everything else, yes. Okay. What was I thinking? Oh, right. The head needs to be wider. Clay, probably just clay, like a big swath of low strength. Oh, not inward, outward. Outward, right? Additively. Why it's going inward? I don't know. Maybe this one? That's going more outward. But maybe blob is the way. Gotta go. Thanks for coming by, Jojo. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, maybe blob. Just bubble it out a little more. This is totally not Pikachu, okay? We're not saying that it's Pikachu. I'm gonna round it out all the way around a little bit more. And smooth that out some. I haven't saved in a while. We are playing dangerously. Let me get that in just a second. It's saved. No harm, no foul. Wider. Some like kind of gumdrop head thing going on. Smooth that out like a lot. Smooth, 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 smooth. I feel like I'm just giving tumors to my child. Like rubbing away. So lumpy. Okay. And smooth, smooth, smooth. Smooth, smooth. I really don't know. Maybe like a little more in up here. Try to correct the back of your head here. All right, and try to fix that neck crease. I think our shapes are in the ballpark. Could have a little more curvatures. Like that. Kind of there-ish. Smooth out a little bit of that harshness. No, that needs to stay creased. Like more crease when it gets to here, but less at the front. Just do some touching up for a bit while I think about it. Smooth, 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 smooth. There's not enough geometry in the feet as like compared to the rest of it in a weird way. Let's smooth that out a little bit. Try to work this crease into something, I guess. I think that's our base shape. I think I'm gonna have to talk to whoever made the Screen Keys app about what num key means to other people. Because, like, this is not whatever KP end is. This is number 1 on the numpad. This might be confusing to anyone that doesn't do whatever KP end means. It should be way lower, I think, like here. And then like there. And then like at the corners to here. I don't know if I should be sculpting the eyes on top of the thing though. Like, look at that bug eye. That ain't it. Like draw a little crease where the little Vmon stuff goes. Not that. That. No, this ain't it. I'm trying to like lift some of that up a bit more. Maybe just smooth the back of it in. Camera distance. How do I do that? The mouth. I would think it would just like crease it some more and then push the interior further in. Like negative blob. Like there. And then like additively put the tongue back in. No, not like that. I need to to grab and pull just like a little tooth out. Maybe pull it forward a little. Oh, I don't want to actually like blob too much there. Just kind of want to smooth it across the top there. What? Oh, the radius is so small. Do I want to try to like do the eye thing where I think people like put a hole in the head and then add a shape in where they... I don't think this is gonna work as like I have it in my head, but that's what I gotta try to do, I guess. Join me on this nightmare fuel journey, won't you? Nope, not like that. Smoothie, smoothie, smooth. I sharpen that out a little bit, just the corners of the eyes. Need to sharpen inward. Like that. Perhaps. Hi, Ayade. Wait. Today it's my turn. Hold on, I can do this. I can, let me see if it works this way. No. No, it doesn't work that way. How does that work? Is it an extension kind of thing? Oh, it's slash shout out. Yeah. Ta-da! That is my buddy Yade, who was yesterday making a cute capybara. I am trying to sculpt a Digimon. That is a load-bearing, trying word. You finished it? Oh, I have to see it. I'll go check the VOD in a little bit. We went in, out of whatever this is. I just pull the arms away from the body a bit more. I don't know if that's doing anything. Like pull it further out. I don't know. Pixel Tuner, hi! You weren't here for Moss saving me. None of this would have gotten this far if it were not for Moss. Like, I straight up walked in, picked a Digimon to sculpt, and then thought I would extrude this whole thing from the ball, from the starter ball. and was fumbling hard. But no, I wound up making, at Moss's suggestion, a low poly, get all the shapes in place, and then remesh it with this thing and start sculpting it from there. Now I don't know if this is going to work the way I have in my head, but I saw somebody like, oh, you know, you put a dip in the head where the eye is supposed to go, and then you put like you pull the eyeball back out of it, and I like that. Or like add a shape back in. Oh goodness. I think I'm okay with just like this and trying to clean it up from there. Maybe. I'm gonna try to smooth it out a little bit. Smooth, 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 smooth. And then crease, 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 crease. Crease, crease, crease. Ooh. It is a little rough. This makes more sense to be a separate shape. Was asking me why we couldn't use this version for games. Because this. Because this is a lot. That is a lot to render. That's a lot of tries. But Pixel would explain it way better. And understand meshes. Yeah. It's a weird thing to get our head around, like all of these points contain data about where it is in a 3D space. And the more of those points you have to account for, the more a computer starts to scream at you. But if you can do the same shape with less of these dots, the computer doesn't have to ask so many times where something is on a 3D space, I think. Or you make a ball for the eyes and use what I send you to what you send me next to deform them. Yeah, I think that's the way. Like if this were a model that I'm going to rig, then I would be like, yeah, we need to do the eyes in a separate thing. You go ahead and undo that. Hello, eye cavity, my old friend. And try to just make this cavity a little nicer. I went from Digimon to horrorcore. It's not that scary. Look, he's friend-shaped. Sort of. Except for that lump on the back of his head. How did that get there? Stop it. There. Also, you perfectly explained it. You just show them the statistics and the number of verts and say, high number equal bad. Mm-hmm. That's not a good number. Like, if the whole video game were just this model, maybe it would be okay, but, you know, once you start putting it in a world filled with other things that are equally complicated, you can get up into the millions of vertices very quickly. I think those people back in the old days were like geniuses, right? For the way that they used to model, like within bounding box cages. And you see like a little bit of the bounding box thing in Magic of Voxel. but it's not like it was then, I think. Just from what I was seeing of old retro modeling methods and how they used to make games back in the day. But some great resources on that is like looking up. Some of them are very accessible. Like you can get the Mega Man Legends 3D models and import them into Blender and then just see how they did everything that they did. It's incredibly efficient. Like every try was made the most use of. See if I can get that. Legends, models. Like models.spritersresource.com. There you go. Like this is pretty cool. I think you can just download those characters and pop them open and see how they textured them and built them. I love point and clicks because it's a masterpiece of optimization. Monkey Island was insane for that time. Oh man, I can't even imagine. Maybe I should do the same with the tongue, like just remove this part so that it's something I add in later. It should be like a separate shape, right? I don't know. Oh, the thingy. You sent me a thing, right. Deform your object with another object. Good. Use a lattice. Scale it to fit the object. Set the UV resolution to 4. 6. Oh, why is it all happening so fast? Stop happening so fast. I don't know what that means. Lattice modifier. Alright, slow. One mind-blowing revelation at a time here. Okay. I know I'm gonna need a new shape. Let's get out of here. And make a new shape. Probably the sphere. Nah, round cube. I like round cube the most. This is hard to look at. You use a lattice to make things appear flat, but they behave as like the full shape. As like they would have the full shape. Oh whoa. Oh whoa. Mother, why have you forsaken me? I'm so sorry. Alright, use a lattice to make things appear flat, but they behave like the full shape. Okay. Hold on. You just this one. Well, let me check that video again. I don't know how you even got the lattice to show up because you only show the thing for like half a second, half a frame even. Instead, Shift A and then something happens for like a single frame. Just Shift A, an empty cube. Hold on. Oh, it's this. Okay. And then this gets probably the modifier, I guess. And that grabs this. Right? Nope. How could it ever be that easy? Maybe it's because you have one on and it doesn't know what to do with that. Nope. Okay. Sorry, Pixel Tuner. This is, I think, an incredibly helpful tip for somebody that already knows what the thing is and what the goal of the thing is. I might have to actually look up about this and try to get an understanding of it. Get an object that is your lattice, and the object you want to deform. So the object that is the lattice, and the object we want to deform. Huh. It's a bit beyond me at the moment. Add a lattice instead of a ball. I mean, I added one, it just didn't show up anywhere. No, stop that. I have it selected. It exists somewhere. There you are. See? I have one, it just doesn't want to grab the ball. Okay. And then it can see it? Oh. Okay, we have this and we have the modifier on it, and then we I'm going to look up a little bit more off camera. Okay. Oh, video, thank you. What does it say if I click object? It doesn't seem to want to see anything. No results found. Okay, so he adds a lattice, scales it over the whole thing. So on the object to be targeted, add the modifier, not on the lattice itself. Okay. Come here, you. could grab the lattice. I suppose. Oh, well, something happened. That's a good start. Okay, so if I grab this, go in here. Alright, we're doing the thing. Neato. So the goal of it kind of makes a little more sense. Okay, and then under the object I can tune that up. Stop talking. Stop talking, guy. I can't think and hear you at the same time. Okay. In edit mode I can deform, like with loop cuts as well? No. Okay. How's he adding geometry into it? Is it like... Oh, it's down here. There's a new thing. Okay, that's a new thing. Got it. Got it. Oh, you're putting my brain to work today. Now in edit mode you can deform the lattice. So if it's attached to a bone and rotates like an eye, then the lattice makes it keep that form even though the ball rotates. Huh. It's attached to a bone and the bone rotates like an eye rotates. The lattice, even though the eyeball's in a funny shape, the bone will... Okay. Okay. Dang it, I can't grab this all at once. I can grab this all at once. Okay, I get the point of it now, I think. So that's how I get it to match this funky little head shape that it is hanging all the way out of. Are you actually grabbing things in there? Okay, good. GY. Oof, I don't know. So you can make it look like an anime eye. Okay. Okay. I'm getting it. My cogs are starting to turn. No, you're explaining it well. It's just an entirely new concept for me. And I was telling Moss earlier, sometimes I just have to... I have to finish making a mistake and clotheslining myself on everything I can do wrong with something before I can understand how to do it right. Let's see. I think it's just you that is going to give me trouble. But I don't want to get too warpy and keep these points squished up when they don't need to be. Like that, you know what I mean? I can like grab the whole thing in. But I might have to. Maybe I'll need more of these. Give me a little bit more of these. And I can't grab by edges. Nope. Okay. Just trying to get that corner of the eye to be eyeball cornery. without being too warpy. Let's see. It's still way too far out from here. Okay. We just need it to be a little bit more leaned, right? Is this concave shape I'm building? Less mesh makes it easier to deform. Okay. Less it is. Less is more. This still is like way too far away from the face. Get in there. Alrighty, now how do I mirror you? Maybe I could work this a little more actually, hold on. It's a little funny, but you know, maybe it's there. Can also be used if you do like a comic animation for a pipe or a cannonball. Cannonball. I think I'll have to see what you have in mind for that. I'm not sure I understand. So, does this mirror nicely or no? I like. Oh, I wonder if I can just, it seems like it keeps the deform. So if I just, boop, nope. Wait. And then try it. Haha. Oh, okay. So where something is traveling through a second object, it can deform the second object as it passes through? Like that. That's cool. Makes sense. Sweet. So do I need to apply that? Well, no. To keep the eye doing the behavior as intended, we probably want to just leave that on there and leave it alone for now. I don't know. Can make some very cartoony eyes. Yeah, I am unlocking the potential to make me some anime characters. But that is way down the road. I do not want to model a human just yet. Until I understand this sculpting business. Additively get that outward a little bit more. Maybe crease that little bit of the mouth. Oh, not what I'm trying to do. There we go. I like too much crease. Probably that much seems to be acceptable. And just pull it upward a little bit more. Probably not the best way to do these teeth, but you know, whatever. Let's just try to tune up the interior of the mouth. I am sure that there is a way to do that too, and probably the same way with the lattice deform and all. But I kind of feel like shape key would be the way, and then you just like, you know, yoink this up and shut the mouth, you know, rig the mouth that way. And then the tongue kind of just goes with it. I don't see any reason why the tongue needs to be its own thing exactly. So I'm just going to leave it. Humans are not that hard if you get the hang of it. Literally almost all the same shapes, at least when it comes to the base. Yeah, I think late game, down the road, we'll get there. I'm gonna stick to very friend-shaped creatures until I master the tools a little bit more. Because I've seen that there are like methods, like for low poly human like modeling. It seemed like something I could study on. Also, hi again, Moss. I'm just doing a little bit of a blep. I think that might be it for this guy. Nope, these hands are gnarly. What did I do here? Oh, I was trying to like pull them away from the body a bit more. Yeah, let's work on that. Get back in there. Try to smooth it. Need to be wider, 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 wider. You're coming to a weird pinch. I think I'm relying on the grab tool too much. Maybe I can just like blob it outwards a little bit. Don't believe Pixel's lies. Goodness. Yeah, Moss really saved my hide earlier. And smooth that back out. A little at a time. So much geometry here and not anywhere else in the arm. I feel like that's gonna bite me later, but I don't know how yet, so we'll get there when we get there. Shame weighs heavily on your soul. What happened? Oh no. Oh, was this the spoiler stuff that I'm not supposed to know about? It's coming up on Friday. Who knows what this Friday will happen? I don't know. I wasn't spoiled on anything. What happened there? It's not that. Maybe that could be a little bit smoother in general, though. Why is that so gnarly? Why is all this so... Why is my child so lumpy in weird places? Can this thing add density in the right places so that when it changes evenly? Seems like it's only for removing. Okay. How can I get more stuff into the spot? Relax, slide, brush, pinches. I don't know what I do. Posted something that might give a hint in the Blender class chat. Something new there. Topo flow? Why is that still open? That needs to not be open. Oh, goodness. Well, we got the free one, the free remesher, Q remeshify or something. Where are you? There you go, this thing. So perhaps I will do that instead. Let's see if it works. Let's just see what happens, I guess. Fingers crossed. Well, that wasn't too bad. That's kind of nice. Kind of, sort of. It's a little warpy, but you know. That mirror kind of pulls downward in a weird way. I don't think that's the worst in the world, though. Let me try it one more time. Less than 1 preserves more detail. Can I go 1.5? Try it. A little lumpier, but otherwise fine. I'm just gonna go with 1. And I'm going to say that that's what I am happy with. I probably didn't want to do the mirror modifier. I guess I kind of have to. I guess it's from here that I have to re-sculpt him, huh? Do the retopo. I don't really know what else there is to do with him as he is now. Can my brain handle more than that today? A few minutes of it at least. Needs some remesh work. Okay. Yeah, the stuff we were doing, or that Yada was doing yesterday, right? Like with the subsurf box, rebuilding it. I think. Let me move all of this in here. Digimon. As our like reference guy, I guess. Or do I want to just... Yeah, he's gonna get in the way if I don't. Yeah, leave him over there. A little further even. Too late to retopolize. Retopologize. Too early. Yeah, I think I could use some more practice on the first parts of this whole process. I'll try to do this once or twice more, I think, before Friday, so then I can feel a little more ready to do the retopo part of the whole process. And then I can have a few more models to like get there with, or to use for the retopo stuff. So maybe I can do some of the other Digimon. Not that. Other window. Where is it? Over here. More more practice, the better. Yeah. And getting the sculpting going. Put my brain to work. That was good for... I think I'm finally somewhere where I'm happy enough to be like, okay, first run, dry run. It's good enough. I can try some of the other ones. I want to do this one so bad, but it looks so complicated. But he's so cute. That one looks kind of fun to do, but he's got a lot going on. This one seems easy enough. It's just a circle with a couple of nubbins. I'm tempted to do that one, but I know that it's like, I've already started with the harder one. I should probably stick at that level. Kiwimon? Nah. Lalamon. I like this one. I'm going to try to do Lalamon. Though I only have about 15 minutes till I need to run. I might wrap it there for the day then. Is there anyone readable? Let me save this. Or let me get rid of that and put you back in the middle and then save it in case that comes up later. Should probably follow more people that are here. I don't see anyone online streaming. Fun thing is, I think even those who know sculpting will learn something new this time, even though Moss is already great at sculpting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely like opened up some doors for things that I can do. I had fully planned on my Blender learning journey to just be mastering of low poly and some texture painting and unwrapping, and that was all my goal. And now we're sculpting, and now we're doing all this other stuff and throwing chess pieces at chessboards with physics and stuff. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'll try to do a little bit more of this. Maybe we'll model the other Digimon tomorrow. And until then, I hope y'all have an excellent rest of your day. I'm about to head off to a cafe and do some co-working. Some more brain stuff for me. Yay! All right. Have a good one, y'all.